Hey everybody, today I want to talk to you about Turo. Is it profitable? Is it not? It all depends on these couple of things. The price you charge, how much you paid for the car, either your predictions of your customer base are correct or not, because that will be important in predicting how long your car will last, because depends on the miles you have in the car, depends on what kind of maintenance, depends on so many factors, and depends on the time of the year. But I'm gonna give you an overall estimate of what I think I'm gonna get for like my Honda Civic. What would I get if I had a brand new car, a general Toyota Corolla brand new, or a Honda Civic brand new for $25,000? And what will probably happen with the recent car I just bought that was $5,500, a Toyota Corolla with 123,000 miles. We're going to be looking at three cars. The profitability and the estimates, the calculations all depend a lot on how long the car is going to last. If it's going to last a long time, many years, then you're going to have to take all the years of insurance you're going to be paying. If it's going to take a little bit of time, you kind of subtract the years of insurance you would have paid, but you also subtract how much you would have made. So let's look into how I calculate my calculations. Here we have data for like my 2013 Honda Civic. I paid $10,000 for it. I estimate that the people driving my car are going to be driving about 17,000 miles a year. Miles left on car 135,000. It's already on Turo, so it's already, that has already gone down. No gas is going to be spent because I'm not going to be driving that car almost at all. Rarely. The more I drive it, the less money I expect to make. The expenses like catalytic converter, sensor replacement, tires, fuel pump, tune-up, brake system, turn signals, radiator insurance, battery replacement, transmission rebuild, oil change, trans fluid. Total cost of ownership, $26,500. Car's life in months, 95 months. Car's life in years, 7 years. Per month cost, 278. Cost per mile, I estimate 19 cents per mile it costs me. It depends on how many miles per day. And I'm kind of getting this 115 miles per day. Alright, that's how much it's costing me per mile. I think that's what I intended to do. Let's see, let me just make sure. This times, I guess, the miles. Car wash total, how much I would spend in 7 years in car washes, 1,600. So I don't pay any gas if I don't drive it. Let me take that off. Profit would be the revenue minus the cost of ownership, which is this, equals this. That's what I am estimating. It could be way less than that. In the course of 7 years or close to 8 years, I'll be making 23,000 according to these estimates. A much more simpler graph that I made was this. I basically said if I'm charging $50 or if I make $50 and after the cut I make 37.5 that Turo takes, there's less that's available for me. So if we look at these graphs, here we have new car depreciation, Honda Civic depreciation, Toyota depreciation, revenue, profit, new car break-even line, Honda Civic break-even line, Corolla break-even line. All the break-even lines are in black because they're all, parallel to each other. So if I were to buy a brand new car for $25,000, it would depreciate. It will last me about 10 years until it reaches 200,000 miles if it was driven 17,000 miles per year. About 10 years, maybe 11, if you do the math. 200,000 divided by 17,000. If you look at here, 200,000 divided by 17,000. Right here I have 11.7 years, but I'm gonna just leave it at 10. I think I should have put more, but according to I think I missed on one more year. Oh yeah, I could fix that later or now. Why? We won't need car depreciation. I guess. Boom. Now we have that line. The truth of the matter is, I don't think, the car will be worth zero at 200,000 miles and only being 11 years old. I think I'll be able to get it sold for 2,500, around there, or even more if it's a Toyota Corolla. So back to the graph, we can see here that this is my revenue line and this is my profit line. I put it in green because green is like the color of money. So some people might look and say, hey, my revenue is already $25,000 by year 3. But that's just revenue. You haven't taken into account all that you have spent. So you literally only have made about $12,000 profit. And you have spent $12,000. For you to break even, you would have to go all the way to 6.5 years around that area. You have to wait 6.5 years for you to make your money back that you spent on the Toyota Corolla. Because the customer's paying for it, but that's money you're not getting. Okay, that's money you're not getting. You can say that all those $25,000 that you initially receive are gonna go to the car. After that, you do everything else is profit. Everything else is profit up to the point of about $42,000. So the difference between 25 and 42 is gonna be, let's say, 42 minus 25. My mental calculation sucks. $17,000 is your profit after 11 years. After 11 years. Okay? You have to wait 11 years for you to eventually make $17,000. If you were to calculate, $17,000 over the course of 11 years, and then you sell the car for $2,500, now you have so 2,500 plus 17,000 is 19,500, right? 18, 19, 19,500. Here I had like some different numbers, like 17,900 after 11 years, but it's gonna be about close to $20,000, and $20,000 divided by 11 years, that's about like 1,800 per year. And let's say you put down $3,000 to get the brand new car, you're essentially dividing the 1,800 in profit, divided that by the $3,000 that you put down. That's going to be 60% return per year. If you can get a car with no money down, that's even better, because that's pretty much infinite return. You made money with no money, and that's really cool. That's when I would buy a new car. If they allowed me not to put any money down, then I'll be very comfortable and happy. Then that's when I would probably buy a brand new car. And that's probably, buying a new car with a down payment is probably required at first. All right, now we're done with the new car, let's look at the Honda Civic, the second most expensive car on the list. I paid $10,000 with 65,000 miles on it. It has 135,000 miles left that I estimate. To break even, I would have to look at the profit line. So this is the Honda Civic the Honda Civic break-even line, the Honda Civic depreciation line, Honda Civic break-even line. I think that's what I said. And here we have all of these three cars have the same revenue. I could probably charge for the same revenue for all three cars, regardless of the year. I'm charging about $50 for my Honda Civic, but I only get like 37.5. I might charge more, and I probably still could get more. So let's look at depreciation. My break-even price is gonna be in 2.5 years. So I have to wait 2.5 years for me to get $10,000 back. That's quite some time. It's paying itself. But then after that, I will be making up to the seventh year. Seventh year is going to be about $25,000, $26,000. So I'll be making $16,000. $16,000 in 7 years. So 16,000 divided by 7 years, that's 2,285. To calculate the percent return, you could do the $10,000 that I put in, which is a lot, divided by the 16,000 divided by the 10,000 that I put in. That's 160% return. Divide that by 7 years. So that's only 22% return. 22% return per year. Is that good? It's all right. It's all right. Now let's look at the Corolla. Yeah, 22% return per year on my Honda Civic. It's not that great. It's not that great, honestly. It's not that great. Like, profit wise, Yeah, making $2,200 a year, but I had to put $10,000 down. That's a lot. All right, now we look at a Toyota Corolla that I paid 5,500. I paid 4,500, but I know I'm probably gonna put like $1,000 trying to fix it up, and like it works well, but you know all the maintenance, the things that the other person didn't do. Take it to a mechanic, have it checked, tuned up, and stuff. Have it nice and ready. About $1,000. So we look at our break-even line, the black line. Do labels come out? Yeah. Corolla break-even line. And then this is the Toyota depreciation. And yeah, okay, so for me to break even on this car, I had to wait like 1.5 years. In 1.5 years, I get my money back. But this car is only gonna last me like an additional 2.5 years. So I'll probably make about 15,600 in revenue. Yeah, this is profit, but the profit line. But obviously, the profit line depends. You know, it's really above the break-even line. So profit starts from here all the way to here. So we're gonna have to subtract 5,500. Sorry, we're gonna have to subtract 5,000, 15,000, 15,500 minus 5,500. That's $10,000. $10,000 in a period of 4 years. So in 4 years, I made $10,000. Divided by 5. That's 181% return. Divide that by the 4 years. That's 45% return per year on the Toyota Corolla. Much better, but the best one was, in terms of percentage returns, was the new car. But you had to wait a long time. A long time. Ugh. Because the way investors think is the less money I could put in, the better. You know, that's how they leverage money. They can get, you know, with $3,000 down, they could get, you know, 3 cars with $10,000, and those 3 cars will generate 7,500 times 3, $52,000 in 11 years, right? $52,000 in 11 years. That's 4,700 per year. So 4,700 per year. It's not a lot, but you gotta look at how much did you put in. If you have to put in a lot just to get like a meager return, then it's like, is it really worth it? Is it taking up too much time? And that's why Turo is still like a little like, some people see the revenue, then they're like, oh, revenue, oh my god, this is great, but they don't take into account the expenses. I think I'm kind of conservative in terms of like how my estimates are, and I could still be too optimistic. So I don't know. This is a long rant, and I'll stop there. I hope this video has helped. I actually drew some charts and stuff. At first I was gonna do it in paper, but then I'm like, you know what, there's some parts I messed up on. Let's do it on a spreadsheet. And even though the spreadsheet's not that detailed, it does show like pretty straight lines and stuff. It allowed me to use this. So this is the data. It's not really data, it's just like keeping tabs on depreciation, appreciation. Not appreciation. There's zero appreciation with cars. Zero. There's depreciation, revenue, profit, and the years that go by, for 3 cars. So there's only 3 things here: the year, depreciation, revenue, and profit. So 4 things. There's 4 little things that we're measuring for 3 cars, and that's all. All right, see y'all in the next video. This was a boring video, very dry. The final numbers. I know you guys and girls think that, oh no, just give me the final numbers. Like, it just depends a lot. So you might have to go through your first car to see if you like it, and you have to be honest with the numbers. Don't lie to yourself and be like, this is great, let me get more cars. It's profitable, don't get me wrong, it's profitable, but it's kind of slow. That's all I gotta say.